Welcome! Thank you for your interest in the ALITI American Online School and for joining us today. The purpose of this presentation is to give you a thorough breakdown on who we are and why we are a good fit for your child. So please be sure to stick around and to watch this presentation all the way till the end. Before we get started, I think that it's important for us to have a clear understanding on what it is that we are actually talking about. So what is homeschooling? Wikipedia gives a clear definition on the topic and states that homeschooling, also known as home education, is the education of children at home or at a variety of places other than a school. What is the difference between a traditional school and homeschooling? So as mentioned in the previous slide, a traditional school is a physical establishment that a child goes to for hours at a time and 5 days a week, where they are able to learn in person from the school's teachers. Homeschooling students learn from the comfort of their own home or from any remote location, while being taught personally by their parents or an assigned adult. However, at ALITI American Online School, contrary to a lot of other homeschools, we provide the parents of our students with the opportunity to request for virtual educators for their kids, but we'll go into this in detail a little later. What is the difference between distance learning and homeschooling? As clearly defined by whatihavelearnedteaching.com, with school at home or distance learning, the teacher of the traditional school your child is registered with is the primary instructor. A teacher-student relationship is maintained, and there is a sense of someone else guiding the learning. With homeschooling, the parent guides their child in learning. So now that we have a clear background on what homeschooling is, the difference between a traditional school and homeschooling, as well as what the difference is between distance learning and homeschooling, we can now move forward to focus on who we are and what the ALITI American Online School can do for your child. About us. The ALITI American Online School is pleased to be one of the few USA homeschooling online private schools that provides an online education to international students from all over the world. Our students can receive an authentic stateside American private education from the comfort of their homes, wherever they are in the world. And we are pleased to provide these education services in coordination with the Illinois State Board of Education, ISBE, and the Coalition for Responsible Home Education, CRHE. Here are a few things you should know. The ALITI American Online School is an American private school. It is not a branch of an American school in a different country. It is an American school online. What this means is that students will receive an American private education online. All students will be registered under the state of Illinois and the Illinois State Board of Education. Students will be taught and graded as if they are American students sitting in an American classroom. This is an uncommon characteristic for American online homeschools. However, the ALITI American Online School has intentionally worked with ISBE and CRHE for this specific purpose to ensure that we are able to provide a professional and high-quality private American education to international students from all over the world. Learning material. The success of our registered students is our top priority. It's for this reason that the learning material we provide has been sourced from Calvert Education, the nation's leading homeschooling curriculum publisher. Our students also receive standardized testing to monitor and document their progress as they advance through each grade. Students registered from kindergarten to grade 2 will receive our learning kits, complete with workbooks, flashcards, and more. Students who register from grade 3 through to grade 12 will conduct all of their learning online. Our tuition and fees comes complete with all the learning material required for our students to receive a well-rounded education and includes free shipping. So stay with us, as we'll go into that a little later. Before we move forward, for those of you who are unaware, I think it's important for us to define what standardized testing is. So what is standardized testing? According to StudyUSA.com, a standardized test is a test that is given to students in a very consistent manner, meaning that the questions on the test are all the same, the time given to each student is the same, and the way in which the test is scored is the same for all students. In the USA, American students begin taking standardized tests in elementary school, also known as primary school. Once our ALITI American Online School students are in high school and considering attending college or university, as parents, you'll have to determine if they will have to take the SAT or ACT, depending on the requirements from the college or university they wish to attend, which are standardized tests that are used to determine students' academic readiness for higher education. Once you have made your decision, ALITI American Online School will further liaise you with these third-party institutions. Virtual educators. Our ALITI American Online School virtual instructors are professional, degree-holding stateside professionals, dedicated to conducting weekly reviews with our students, and are readily available to assist them and their parents with any of their educational needs. Every student registered to the ALITI American Online School will be provided with the opportunity to be assisted virtually by our school's educators. Our curriculum. All of our enrolled ALITI American Online School students follow the American school system and are classed into the following categories. Elementary school, classes kindergarten to grade 5. Middle school, classes grade 6 to grade 8. And high school, classes grade 9 to grade 12. So what is the difference between the British curriculum and the American curriculum? The British curriculum is student-centered, broad-reaching, and well-balanced, and prepares students for their pre-selected careers of choice. The American curriculum focuses on helping students discover their natural abilities and guides them towards choosing a career where they will be able to put those natural or learned skills to use and excel. As previously mentioned, our ALITI American Online School learning material has been sourced from Calvert Education, the nation's leading homeschooling curriculum publisher. So now, let's go into a breakdown of our ALITI American Online School syllabi, starting with our provided elementary school syllabus. If you remember, elementary school starts from kindergarten up to grade 5. Learning kits are provided to our kindergarten, grade 1, and grade 2 students to give them a more hands-on approach to the early education they will receive. In kindergarten, students are introduced into the world of language arts and mathematics. Thanks to our selected curriculum publisher, Calvert Education, our provided homeschool learning material comes complete with 160 lessons per subject, with colorful and engaging lessons and activities to engage our ALITI American Online School young learners. Our grade 1 students are introduced to language arts, math, history, geography, and science, using our provided grade 1 starter kit set. The grade 1 set comes complete with 5 beginning level readers, motivating lessons, and review questions. The grade 2 homeschooling set has a full school year of lessons and hands-on activities in history and geography, language arts, math, and science. Thanks to our selected curriculum publisher, Calvert Education, our provided homeschool learning material grade 2 set has 10 work texts for each subject, motivating lessons, and review questions. All reviews are graded by our ALITI American Online School virtual educators. The grade 3 to grade 12 homeschooling learning platform takes a turn to online learning with lessons and activities in history and geography, language arts, math, science, and spelling. Thanks to our selected curriculum publisher, Calvert Education, our provided homeschool online learning experience is easy and efficient with interactive lessons, instant online access, no installs, and access at any time. All you need are reliable high-speed internet, Adobe Flash Player, and the latest version of your favorite browsers such as Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, or Apple Safari. To give you an idea on what it is exactly that your child will be learning, here are a few course breakdowns per grade. For example, 3rd grade History and Geography is an exploration of the regions of the United States. Lessons include the study of mountains, rivers, fields, plants, animals, and the people in each U.S. region. The lessons give students an overview of the United States, feature lessons on map reading skills, age-appropriate vocabulary, and provide an understanding of what makes each area in the United States unique. 4th grade Math is a full-year elementary course focusing on number skills and numerical literacy. Students gain solid experience with number theory and operations, including decimals and fractions. This course also integrates geometric concepts and skills throughout the units, teaches measurement skills, and introduces students to statistical concepts. Throughout this online course, students learn to compare and convert fractions, identify the qualities of shapes and angles, use different types of graphs, and much more. 5th grade Science provides a broad survey of the major areas of science, including the study of cells, plants, and animals, ecology, energy, geology, properties of matter, and the natural cycles of life. The curriculum seeks to develop students' ability to understand and participate in scientific inquiry. Students at this level should begin to understand interrelationships between organisms, recognize patterns in ecosystems, and become aware of the cellular dimensions of living systems. Collectively, this helps students develop and build on their subject matter knowledge base. And again, all of the reviews conducted are graded by our ALITI American Online School virtual educators. Let's go over the syllabus breakdown for middle school. Middle school starts from grade 6 up to grade 8. The homeschooling learning platform remains online with lessons and activities in history and geography, language arts, math, science, and spelling. Our selected curriculum publisher, HOMESCHOOLING Education, makes the online learning experience easy and efficient with interactive lessons, instant online access, no installs, and access at any time. We'll go ahead and give you a quick breakdown on what our middle school students are learning online. In 6th grade language arts, students delve into texts that span the genres of narrative fiction, poetry, literary nonfiction, and informational texts to build reading, writing, and thinking skills. Students also develop their writing skills as they focus on the 6 traits while producing narrative, argumentative, and explanatory compositions, as well as creative pieces including poetry. The course concludes with students completing a full research report with a strong emphasis on close reading instruction, writing and thinking activities, as well as speaking and listening tasks. This online course helps students expand their understanding of literature while building 21st century skills. Multimedia and interactive elements are built into every lesson to ensure a high level of student engagement. Our Grade 7 History and Geography World Civilizations class examines the growth of human society from our earliest beginnings to the present. Students study topics including agricultural societies, ancient civilizations, empires, trade, and migration. The year-long course also features practice in researching, using technology, and writing through various projects. In addition to the default course program, World Civilization includes alternate lessons, projects, essays, and tests for use in enhancing instruction or addressing individual needs. 8th grade math is an introductory algebra course that prepares junior high school students for Algebra 1. This online course focuses on strengthening skills in problem solving, integers, equations, and graphing. Students also begin to see the big picture of mathematics and learn how numeric, algebraic, and geometric concepts are woven together to build a foundation for higher mathematical thinking. Throughout the course, students explore different properties of numbers and how to use them to simplify expressions and formulas to make computations easier. Additional topics include modeling problems in integers, modeling problems with rational numbers, proportional reasoning, data analysis, probability, and more. And again, all of the reviews conducted are graded by our ALITI American Online School virtual educators. Let's go into our final syllabus breakdown for our high school students. With the American school system, high school starts from grade 9 and ends at grade 12. Students take all their courses online, with lessons and activities in each subject becoming more complex. However, thanks to our selected curriculum publisher, HOMESCHOOLING Education, our provided homeschool online learning experience is easy and efficient, with interactive lessons, instant online access, no installs, and access at any time. An example of a course learned by our grade 9 students is Science, Integrated Physics, and Chemistry. Integrated Physics and Chemistry is a physical science course for high school students needing an entry-level science course. Topics included are matter, motion and forces, work and energy, electricity and magnetism, and waves. Throughout the course, students have opportunities to observe simulations, investigate ideas, and solve problems both online and away from the computer. Additional topics of study include atomic structure, Newton's laws, types of energy, thermodynamics, and how chemistry and physics are at work in our daily lives. Our Grade 10 Language Arts English 2 course presents students with valuable cultural insight as they read and write about works depicting the social, personal, religious, and political struggles and triumphs faced by people all over the world and all through history. Students continue to build their literacy skills by engaging in active reading, composition, speaking, and listening skills, vocabulary study, and focused research projects. Grade 11 students in our History and Geography Government class participate in a semester-long course that focuses on American and international governments. This online course explores the history of governments, the characteristics of the United States government, political parties, and the voting process. Students also gain practice in researching, giving presentations, writing essays, and creating an argument in topics such as elected officials and the Supreme Court. In addition to the default course program, this government class includes alternate lessons, projects, and tests for use in enhancing instruction or addressing individual needs. Our Grade 12 Mathematics Consumer Math course provides an introduction to the many ways in which math can be used in everyday life. The course gives practical advice on how to handle situations that involve money and math principles. Consumer math focuses on the basic skills and methods of arithmetic and provides students the opportunity to develop experience with algebraic techniques of evaluating variables and equations, including geometric formulas and interest equations. Students also are introduced to topics in statistics. This online math course further covers taxes and insurance, banking services and investments, and credit. In addition, the course covers practical topics like the differences between leasing or purchasing a vehicle and the costs involved with travel, recreations, and hobbies, as well as the necessary funds for retirement. All of the reviews conducted for our ALITI American Online School students are graded by our school's virtual educators. Curriculum accreditation. Is the ALITI American Online School curriculum accredited? First of all, let's get a clear understanding on what curriculum accreditation means. According to the International Accreditation Service, curriculum accreditation is a formal independent verification program of quality assurance tests and inspections carried out by an external body that ensures that the curriculum of an institution meets and/or supersedes government education standards to ensure the provision of a high-quality education. If standards are met, accredited status is granted by the appropriate agency. So, is the ALITI American Online School curriculum accredited? 100% yes. Our ALITI American Online School learning material has been sourced from Calvert Education, the nation's leading homeschooling curriculum publisher. Our students receive standardized testing to monitor and document their progress as they advance through each grade. Calvert Education is accredited by the Middle States Association of Colleges and Schools. In addition to that, Calvert's kindergarten through grade 12 curricula are approved by the Maryland State Department of Education. All of the courses are regularly reviewed, and new material is introduced after considering state standards and the standards established by the National Council for Teachers of Mathematics, National Council for Teachers of English, National Council for Teachers of Social Studies, National Science Teachers Association, and the International Society for Technology in Education. The curriculum is also NCAA, National Collegiate Athletic Association, approved for our students who graduate and move on to college athletic programs and can be used for NCAA athletic eligibility. Student graduations. Students who graduate receive official transcripts from the ALITI American Online School that are signed and notarized by Illinois notary public officials, all of whom have been appointed and commissioned by the Illinois Secretary of State. Why do transcripts need to be notarized? Transcripts that are notarized adds credibility to the documents and certifies and acknowledges the transcripts as legitimate. These transcripts will then be further recognized across the United States and internationally. Commencement ceremonies. At ALITI American Online School, we conduct our graduation ceremonies on an annual basis at the end of the fall and spring semesters. Students who successfully complete our elementary school, middle school, and high school grade levels will be invited with their families to attend our annual commencement ceremonies in Chicago, Illinois. Virtual graduation ceremonies. To ensure that all of our students' efforts are appreciated and celebrated, virtual graduation ceremonies for our elementary school, middle school, and high school graduates will also be conducted online for all of our students worldwide. Diplomas. When our ALITI American Online School students graduate from high school, they receive their high school diploma and official transcripts from the ALITI American Online School that are signed and notarized by Illinois notary public officials, all of whom have been appointed and commissioned by the Illinois Secretary of State. Our students are able to use these transcripts to further pursue their education via their enrollment in American or international colleges and universities. So if you've made it this far into our presentation, you're probably wondering how to get started. The first place to start would be to select what homeschooling schedule will work best for your child and your family. At the ALITI American Online School, we provide students with the opportunity to follow both a traditional schedule or a flexible schedule. Traditional school schedules allow students to remain on a schedule they are used to that also allows for an easy transfer from or to homeschooling. This also makes it easy for parents to keep track of their child's academic progress. Students who follow this schedule are also able to enjoy public and family holidays with the rest of their family members and siblings. The flexible school schedule enables students to enroll whenever they are ready and to study on their own time and at their own pace. This further enables students to develop time management and organizational skills along the way. The flexible school schedule provides a number of benefits to the child and family, such as the parents choosing their own start date for their child. The parents count down days until their child meets the 180-day mandated Illinois State Board of Education requirement. And there is a flexibility for the family to take breaks and days off as needed. Placement tests. At the ALITI American Online School, it is important to us that your child receives the best education available. It is for this reason that the learning material we provide has been sourced from Calvert Education, the nation's leading homeschooling curriculum publisher. To accurately place your child into Calvert Education's curriculum, together with Calvert Education, we are able to offer free placement test resources to all of our ALITI American Online Education students. Placement tests are important to allow for a smooth transition for your child from traditional schooling to homeschooling or vice versa. It also prevents learning gaps and determines if your child should be learning at a higher or lower level than expected. What matters is that your child is given the freedom to learn at their own pace in order for them to receive the best educational experience for them to be able to reach their full potential as the young adults of tomorrow. So now that you've decided on what homeschooling schedule will work best for your family and you are aware of what grade your child should be in, let's move forward to deciding what enrollment program will work best for your child. When enrolling your child in the ALITI American Online School, you will have the option of enrolling them under the Independent Enrollment Study Package or the Teaching Assist Enrollment Study Package. Our ALITI American Online School Independent Study Enrollment Package is available to students K through 12. Parents who enroll their children under our Independent Study Package take on the responsibility of making sure their kids fully understand the material. Our ALITI American Online School virtual educators will only step in to grade your child's lesson reviews and exams. Our ALITI American Online School Teacher Assist Enrollment Package is also available to students from kindergarten through to grade 12. Students enrolled under our Teacher Assist Enrollment Package receive teaching support and are assigned our stateside ALITI American Online School virtual educators for the courses they are enrolled in. Our virtual educators conduct reviews on the learned material with our students on a weekly basis, ensuring that they understand the material thoroughly and produce great results. Lesson reviews and exams are also graded by our ALITI American Online School virtual educators. Student registration. To begin the registration process, simply visit alitiamericanonlineschool.com/enrollment. Once there, select your preferred homeschooling enrollment program. Select your child's grade, view the selected program's tuition and fees. As per the grade selected, click Register, and complete the registration form for your child. The ALITI American Online School offers simple single-free pricing on a semester or annual basis, with our monthly tuition and fees starting from just $100 per month. Our tuition and fees costs include learning kits and course materials with no hidden fees. All additional sibling enrollments at the same time receive 10% off. So why homeschool? There are lots of benefits to choosing the homeschooling approach rather than enrolling your child in a traditional school, so we've decided to list a few. Here are 6 reasons why you should say yes to homeschooling. Number 1, learning flexibility. What this means is that instead of rushing through a course, your child will be able to take his or her time to truly master the subject. Number 2, homeschooling encourages stronger parent and child relationships. The hands-on approach of being able to have a more active role in what your child learns and taking the time to give them that encouragement and support will ultimately foster a healthy relationship with you and your child. Number 3, schedule flexibility. The location and learning flexibility of homeschooling creates room for kids to be able to reallocate the time that would usually be spent at school towards developing a skill that may one day become their future profession. This specifically applies to kids in the sports, entertainment, and similar industries. Generally speaking, The scheduling flexibility also allows for more family time and family vacations. In regards to extracurricular activities, homeschooling students have the flexibility to register in activities they actually have a passion for. Number 4. Positive social interactions. Kids who homeschool will not fall victim to public learning pressure and social ridicule in the classroom. And of course, no bullying. Number 5. Progressive learning. Your child can learn at their own pace and move more quickly through assignments and subjects they understand, while spending more time on topics they find challenging. This further gives opportunities for kids who homeschool to move up class levels and to finish schooling sooner. Number 6. Cost-effective. The cost of receiving a private homeschool education in comparison to receiving a private traditional school education is drastically cheaper. In direct regard to the ALITI American Online School, our tuition and fees are more than 3 times cheaper than the tuition and fees you would pay at a traditional in-person private school, and is inclusive of our American virtual educators and learning material from Calvert Education, the nation's #1 homeschooling curriculum publisher. Why enroll your child at the ALITI American Online School? The ALITI American Online School is an American online private school committed to providing a high-quality education to all of our enrolled students. The ALITI American Online School, working in coordination with the Illinois State Board of Education (ISBE) and the Coalition for Responsible Home Education (CRHE), is one of the only American private schools to provide an American education to students from all over the world. Our ALITI American Online School students receive a top-level American private education via the learning material we provide that has been sourced from Calvert Education, the nation's leading homeschooling curriculum publisher. Students registered to the ALITI American Online School who successfully complete their studies are invited to attend our annual virtual graduation ceremonies or our in-person graduation ceremonies that take place twice a year in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois with their families. Our ALITI American Online School graduates receive diplomas and official notarized transcripts that are signed and notarized by Illinois notary public officials, all of whom have been appointed and commissioned by the Illinois Secretary of State. Our students are able to use these transcripts to further pursue their education via their enrollment in American or international colleges and universities. So this concludes our presentation for today, providing you with all the information you need to know about homeschooling, the difference between homeschooling and a traditional school, the difference between distance learning and homeschooling, as well as a thorough breakdown on the ALITI American Online School and the amazing educational opportunity we have to offer your child. If you have any questions that need answering, feel free to email them to info@alitiamericanonlineschool.com. And for those of you who are ready to begin the registration process, click on the link below or head on over to alitiamericanonlineschool.com/enrollment to begin the student registration process for your child today. Thank you once again, and we look forward to welcoming your child as a student of the ALITI American Online School.